Solaris Offworld Combat is the next multiplayer shooter from First Contact Entertainment. We got the chance to go hands-on with it for the very first time last week. During my session, I played the game on both Rift S and Quest and came away excited to see more. This classic-style arena shooter has a lot more in common with the past than you might expect. Here are 5 ways that it reminds us of Unreal, Quake and Doom, but in VR. First is the fast-paced gameplay. In Solaris, you're a cyber athlete from the future that battles it out against others on virtual battlegrounds. It's a pretty meta premise that's a bit like VR within VR, and the presentation absolutely nails it. What this means functionally is that you spend very little time standing around waiting. Load times are incredibly quick, you move around maps at a quick pace, and you can even slide across the ground for an evasive speed boost. Just like in Quake and Unreal, it pays to stay on the move. Standing still is a great way to get shot, and you don't want to do that. Next is the lack of a reload button. That's right, Solaris does not have a reload button. You heard that right. It seems kind of weird at first, what with the popularity of modern military shooters and the realism that VR can afford you in games like Onward. It's a bit odd to think that you won't need to actually reload your gun, but in the future cyberscape of Solaris, where they're going, they don't need reload buttons. If you played old school games like Doom, Quake, and Unreal, then you know that those don't have reload buttons either. All that reloading actually does is slow you down, and Solaris is all about speed. Next is how you pick up items. In Solaris, you just walk right over them. That goes right back to the immediacy of combat, so you don't have to manage an inventory, manually pick up weapons, or switch them at all. You just run full speed over an item spawn point and it automatically picks it right up for you. Everyone begins each match with their standard semi-auto pistol, and in the match you will find rocket launchers, grenade launchers, assault rifles, deployable cover, proximity mines, shields, health power-ups, all that good stuff. All you do is run over it, pick it up, automatically uses it. You don't have to push anything, do anything at all. Next is that teamwork is absolutely key. There's only one game mode in Solaris so far, a control point mode, in which you have to work as a team to capture a single point on the map, kind of like King of the Hill or Domination, but only a single point that moves around the map randomly as the match goes on. Technically, you can still get XP and rank up to unlock new cosmetics, even if your team does not win, but being on the winning team nets you a big XP bonus, so you're going to want to play cohesively if possible. At launch, there will not be a party system or friend invite system to actually play with your friends directly, but there is in-game voice chat, so you can still coordinate with the people that you are playing with. A party system is coming very soon after launch, is what the developers have told us. And finally, Solaris is the kind of game that is easy to learn but difficult to master, and that's a good thing in my book. There's a lot of depth here, learning the maps, working with your team, getting the hang of shooting each gun, developing strategies. Those all take time, and it means that entry level for playing is quite low, but the skill ceiling is actually really high. Similar to games like Quake and Unreal, virtually anyone can pick those up and learn how to play them. That's dead simple, but if you watch a pro tier player, it looks almost like they're playing a different game. Solaris is going to have that same flexibility. I know I said I was only going to list 5 things in this video, but here's a few other bonus ones for you. First of which is the progression system. If you remember in Firewall 0 Hour, the previous game for First Contact Entertainment, progression was tied to not only your rank and your player level, but also in-game currency to purchase new cosmetics, new weapons, new equipment, and so on. In Solaris, everything is purely rank-based. All guns, all maps, and all content is always unlocked all the time for all players, but you do have to unlock cosmetic rewards and changes through your rank. Next is that there will be dedicated servers from launch, which means very fast load times and hopefully very little chance of being disconnected. There is no party system, as I mentioned, but that is coming after launch. There will not be any bots in the game at all. Solaris does not have that on the current plan. However, the developers did say me, quote, "We never say never," so that is still possible in the future. This also means no solo content either. It is strictly 4v4 online multiplayer only. There's no map selection or lobby system at all. Whenever you queue up for a game, you're randomly put into the queue with everyone else, and whatever becomes available first is the match that you get placed in. Map selection is entirely random. You cannot choose which map you want or vote to skip maps at all. Finally, there is no jump button, which is a little weird. I wanted to jump while playing. However, you can slide, which is a decent replacement, but I would have preferred to be able to do both. And there you have it. Solaris Offworld Combat releases on September 24th for Oculus Quest and Oculus Rift with cross-play and cross-buy enabled. There are plans for a PSVR release later on, including PlayStation Aim controller support, but there's no date for that yet. Keep an eye here on UploadVR.com and our YouTube channel right here for more coverage. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more. And for everything else about virtual and augmented reality, stay tuned to UploadVR.